I'm Blue Lou. I still have a band in the city, Rotten Core, and we've been playing for almost 30 years. I have a public access TV show, the Blue Lou Show. It's been around for over 20 years. And I've been a DJ, and I still am, on KUSF for 3 years. Now, one of the things that we do is we volunteer to be DJs, but we also volunteer our time and efforts in different venues of what it takes to have a radio station there. And one of my jobs was training. So I trained a lot of new DJs, and a lot of them were students. And making that connection with a younger group of people and people that want to learn and helping them develop into this forum is such an experience. I couldn't tell you how fun that is. And also another thing that Andreas hit on a little bit was the currents. And the way they would become current is bands would send us different CDs, and we would have twice a month we would have a meeting, and we would listen to these CDs, and we would say whether they should go in our rotation or not.
Just talk tons of shit on them.
Yeah, and it was so fun because we're all different and we all have different views, and that is not, and I repeat, is not going to be heard. And in a city as diverse as San Francisco, that is ridiculous. And another thing I find ridiculous, I mean, I appreciate what the politicians are doing for us, don't get me wrong, but the fact that we have stooped to the level of involving politicians to save a radio station is ridiculous also, because it shouldn't be that way. The FCC should automatically recognize the fact that it's a community-run station and it involves students. And if we do save this, I want to still involve students. And I want to say another thing is that Rome was not built in one day, and neither was KUSF. And you cannot tear it down in one day. You cannot just tell DJ Smeej a tap on the shoulder and get out of here, and then there's static. No, not in San Francisco, pal. Not here. And we helped build up the University of San Francisco for over 30 years with the station. There was a school presentation that they took over that area. They've taken over a lot of that land. They've taken over Lone Mountain, a lot of land. And I've lived here all my life, and I know KUSF is a big deal to make that university bigger than it is. And so we've given back to them just as much as they've given to us. And we should not be treated the way we were treated and just thrown off in one day. No. And why do I love KUSF? I love it because it reaches out to the diversity of the city. It reaches out to so many people, it's ridiculous. And it's ridiculous in a great way. And you will not find that anymore if you run KUSF out of here. And that is ridiculous. The station that are taking over is corporate. And if you drive across the United States, you'll find a Ross Dress for Less next to a Jamba Juice, next to a Blockbuster and a Target, and you won't remember whether you were in Reno, Nevada or Houston, Texas. And if you want that for your United States, you keep doing this kind of crap. Otherwise, people got to stand up. The Clash wrote a song, White Riot, and you know what that was about? They went to Jamaica, and they saw that they had a coup in Jamaica to overthrow the government. We need not to sit on our hands. We need to be outspoken about this. We cannot lose community radio in San Francisco. It's ridiculous. Like the gentleman said before me, we almost lost public access in San Francisco, public access television. And if we lose community radio, it will be a travesty beyond repair. That's Brother Bruno right there, and he was on my show regularly. You want to tell them some things?
Yeah. My name is Brother Bruno. I met Lou through my brother, and I've been playing drums in San Francisco. I'm a native. I've been playing drums in San Francisco for over 50 years. Every spot in San Francisco, before Santana, before them all, with Bobby Freeman, on the Condor, down at the El Cid, and all over North Beach, Fairmont, Sir Francis Drake, St. Francis, Cow Palace, you name it. I just wanted to have the opportunity to tell you that I had a wonderful time being on Blue Lou's show. I did a lot of station identifications and using the word KUSF 90.3 music by the Bay was the grooviest thing to have my voice go all over the Bay Area. This radio station is unique because it serves the community, not just the community of the Italians, the community of the Chinese, the community of the Spanish, the community of the French, the Brazil, you name it. It was all on this radio with foreign programs. And also, there was music CDs coming from all over the world, coming to KUSF 90.3. To have the priest do this with a collar that says you're talking about the Lord and God, and you have a cloak to do this behind our back is one crazy, stupidest, damnedest thing that somebody could do this. You know, I worked for a priest before, and he pulled the same thing on me. I went and did heavy labor in my job. I own Bruno's Hauling and Cleaning. I've been doing that 40 years in San Francisco, and I went to a job that the priest told me to come down. He had tile, rugs, crap all over the place. I threw it in the truck, paid the money, paid my workers off, and when I went to send him the statements and talk to me, he hung the phone up on me. The job was about $500, but I said in my life, I'll never work for a priest again. But the situation with KUSF, we got to keep the station at 90.3 because it was so beautiful. It had a clear sound in stereo. All the disc jockeys were great disc jockeys, and I love all my fellow disc jockeys like Blue Lou. If it wasn't for Blue Lou, I wouldn't have had my voice all over the air for 3 years. And me and Blue Lou been on that dial all over the clock. We started at 12 to 3 shifts. We did 3 to 6 shifts. We did 6 to 9 shifts. We did crack rock shifts, cupcake shifts. Everybody that loved to have Blue Lou and Bruno talk over that wonderful microphone. And we have a lot of listeners out there that support this KUSF. So I'm going to tell you, put on that website, baby, to www.savekusf.org. Do that and donate and tell all Brother Bruno musician friends it's the greatest station by the Bay.
Sign the petition, yeah. KUSF. What is it? Save KUSF at Facebook?
Yeah.
And you want to do that. And I mean, we played, one instance we'd be playing Frank Sinatra, the next instance we'd be playing Deer Hunter or somebody, you know. It was an incredible array of music that you could hear in, 15 minutes even.
Yeah.
You know, 15 minutes you would hear about 3 or 4 genres of music. And then, you know, throughout one person's show, you would hear so much stuff that you would never ever be able to hear, you know. And like I said, when we spoke to each other at meetings, we learned a lot from each other, and it expanded that even more. And that's just the new music part. You know, the cultural programming that Bruno was talking about was phenomenal, you know. And we would have spotlights. The last spotlight was this German fellow, and he played stuff that, you know, the big invasion of Germany music. And we wouldn't have known all that without his knowledge, you know. And so everybody shared knowledge. And we really, you know, added to what San Francisco is, and that is a very, very big culturally art city. This is the biggest small city there is in the world. This city's only 7 by 7, but we're in the same sentence as LA, New York, Chicago, Paris, London. San Francisco's right there. And to take such a diverse piece of art away from the city is a travesty.
Criminal.
Criminal. It is criminal.
And we were a great ticket giveaway for all the wonderful bars pushing all the local musicians down here. I mean, man, we were giving tickets for Yoshi's, Fillmore, what was that place down here? The Hemlock Tavern, Elbow Room, Parkside. You know, it was really beautiful. And there was a lot of listeners calling up to win, 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 win. You know what I mean, brother?
This station just was the pulse of music through the city, and you know, I mean, besides music, like I said, the cultural, you know, Chinese Star Radio, there's no show like that, and this has a big Chinese community, and they did also Mandarin and Cantonese, you know, which is tremendous to do, and there's, you know, French community, German community, so many different communities that we reached out to. And I don't know. I feel sad. I feel so many different feelings at once. I'm angry. I'm sad.
Yeah.
You know, in some sense, there is some I don't know, relief, because, you know, it is a lot of work to do that. But at the same time, you know, I take on the work because I enjoy it. You know, and so it's almost like going to a funeral. But we're not dead. We're alive. And, you know, a lot of people have been knocked down and got back up, and I think it's going to make us a lot stronger. So we need everybody's support.
That's right.
We really do. We really need everybody's support. It's just making us a stronger station. We're going to be back, and we need your support. So go to that Facebook page and do what you can. Sign up, donate, whatever little thing you can. That would be much appreciated.
Even though this thing ends in 18 days, supposedly it's not going to end after that. There's still going to be a rebuttal to the what are we sending to the SEC?
Yeah.
It's going to keep going. If this fails, we still have the community to make another radio station. It's a matter of time and a matter of getting a frequency open. We still have DJs, we still have experience, we still have records. Hopefully, we got to get our records back. One way or another.
We'll have a way for new bands and old bands to send music to us, and we will get it out there to the community.
So I have the emails of all the promoters. They're still emailing us. They're still in touch. They're still very sympathetic. There's a lot of people that know about us. It's getting a lot of coverage all over California. It's been getting coverage out, I think, somewhere. It's going
to get all over the world, yeah, because what happened with Rice and now us, it is definitely a trend that needs to be stopped immediately.
Radio's on its way out.
It's called the United States for a reason.
Yeah.
For a reason. We need to be united. Community, 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 community.
Say KUSF.
Whose station? Our station. Who's